Greetings, Patronus here, and welcome to Beltmatic. Beltmatic is a math-based factory game where you use numbers as resources. So let's get into the game and see what it's like. Alright, here we are. Our controls are panning around using the right mouse button. You can use WASD to move around. Holding shift actually moves around fast as well. You zoom in and out with the mouse wheel, and of course spacebar pauses. Alright. We have to deliver numbers to the hub. And we do that using extractors and belts. Extractors and belts. Yeah, I cannot speak. Extractor and a belt. So the hub wants number 1, so we'll give them number 1. And there we go. Alright, now we have addition course math, of course, right? So we have an adder. We have to use an adder to produce number 2. So that's what we'll do. Here's part of our little production right here. Number goes in and number comes out. We produce the number 2 by adding 2 ones. You know what we'll do? We'll add a couple more adders. That sounds kind of redundant. To produce 2 much faster. You know what? If we don't connect the belts, we're not going to be able to really do much of anything, are we? Alright, so there we are. I'm going to pause the game. It's sending us to upgrades. So we get upgrades by, increasing the quantities here. So they want 200 number 1s to increase the belt level, which gives us more speed. Of course, same thing with the extractor. 300 number 2s. And 450 number 3s. But of course, we have to have a number 3 because that's next on the list, isn't it? Yes, it is. Alright. So here's a neat thing. Up here, it'll actually tell you what numbers you're going to need for the next level. So you can use this to actually prepare ahead. So let's do that. How many 1s we got? We got 1, 1, 1, 1. 1s are pretty spread out. Okay, we'll deal with that. We'll use this one here for the 3s. So what we'll do is we'll go like this, and we'll have to spread it. Spread it? We'll have to separate them, I guess you could say. Space them out. That's what I meant to say, not spread it. Well, that's the thing to say out of context, isn't it? Alright, so just like so. Alright, there we go. So we got 2s, and then this produced the 3s. Oop. Just like so. Alright, so we need to have a 1, so what we'll do is bring this around like so. And of course, then we have to wait for it to work. But while we're waiting to work, the next number on the list, next number is 5. So we need to start building a production line for the number 5. Now if we look at the 3 here, we unlock extraction 2, which is, well, this number here. So what we can do, let's pause it, we can build a 3 here. Ooh, actually, I was thinking I could build a 3 here and then just add 2 to it, but actually, I could build a 4 here. I could build an adder, making that 4 plus 1 to be 5. So that's what we'll do. So let's think about this for half a second. So we will bring the... Ooh, what's a good way of doing this? I think probably like this. This will produce 5s. And here... this will be where the 2s come from. So we're going to go... okay, like that. And then we'll go like this. And then this will produce the 5. This will produce 4s. And then the 4s can go right up in here. And then the 1 go right through into here. Then we just split it out. And then, let's see what's probably the best way. No, will just be temporary because there'll be more blocks in the future that will help us out. But at the moment, I think this will just be good. And then we'll just go down like so. So the 5s produce out and go there. And like so. Alright, we're really close to 35, and then we can move on to the number 5. And there we are. Now we have the number 2 extraction point available to us. So now all we gotta do is just work its magic, and it should start producing number 5s pretty soon. And there we go, our 5s are on the way in. Now we could look around and double this by producing another one. So let's see, we'll use the copy key here. Like so. Like that. And we'll do this number 1 here. I'm moving a bit too quickly, I need to slow it down. This is not a fast-paced game. At least not in the beginning. Once you unlock the upgrades, and things will go much faster. Oh, look at that, we're almost done. Huh. I guess I didn't need to build that second production line. Alright, now we've unlocked Bridge. Bridge is going to be great because it's going to allow us to stop making really ugly production lines like this and make them more compact and more streamlined and just look better. You know, good looking streamlined production lines always look good, always make you happy, don't they? Alright, so we'll still keep 3, 1, and 2 going because we need those for our upgrade, so we just won't touch those yet. We will rebuild them eventually, but not at the moment. So we need 10. And then just bring this back here into input B. Oops, that was a bit much right there. Oh, come on now. Let's be a little bit more reasonable about this. There we are. And, oh, and of course, right here. Then we just let it run and see what happens. And we finally have our first 10. All right, so let's pause the game real quick and go over to our upcoming levels. So we need 2 here. So we need 12 is the next one. So we just need to add 2 to this 10 production. We could possibly do that just by, we could bring a 2 in from over here and just add it to it. But you know what, I'll give a think of it and come back. After a bit of thinking, I decided, you know what, I might as well just make one big one and bring them in both from the top and the bottom, and they'll produce more 10s that way. Once we get to 50, we will get extraction 3. So be able to extract from 3. And there we go, that should give us the 12 that we need. It's looking kind of ugly, but I will redesign it in the future. It's one thing you may notice, but as the numbers increase, as new, extraction points become available, we move further and further away. So here's a 3, then over here's the 4, here's a 5, here's a 7, here's a 6. So we get further away from the hub, and I believe the game does that to give you enough space to build your production lines. So you can make it look more neat and not as ugly, which is great. And there we go, we got our 12s. Brilliant. Now we need 100 of them. And we missed it, entirely missed it, but now we have things we can upgrade. So we can upgrade our belts, we can upgrade our extractor, and we're quite literally halfway to upgrading our adder. Brilliant. Okay, welcome back. So what I've done is I've taken this 3 and I've added quite a large adder production line here, which will lead to 16, which goes into here. I've copied the 12 over here, to here, and then I just added the 16 going. So the 12 should go through to here, and the 16 should come into here, which just produces the 28, which is what the next level is. And not too soon, because we are quite literally almost at 112. So let's see if this will work. If this works like it's supposed to, I'll delete this here, and we'll just go with this one. Ah, brilliant! We're producing 28! Nice. Alright, so then all we gotta do now is just connect it, that's what I meant to say. So we will eliminate this. And there we go. Alright, so here we go. When we fulfill the 150, we will unlock the multiplier, and then we're able to reduce the size of these production lines here, or at least make them look smaller, less bulky. Oh, and our third adder, our number 3s, we've up to the next level now. Now we have increased speed for the adders. Brilliant. Should be producing numbers much faster. Alright, so let's just connect that there. I was just letting it kind of build up to see how it would look. I think it should be good now. Alright, I'm back. I did a little thinking and a little bit designing. All I need now is the multiplier, and I think I can put it into practice. Anytime now. Let's see, what is it? Yep, we're still pretty much around 1, which is great. And there we are, we got our multiplier. Now, we're looking back over here. I figured, you know what? This 4 here, using a multiplier, can replace this entire function, all of this right here, this entire thing right here. Alright, let's do this then. You know, given the quantity here, I might actually have to break out a third line here. So we'll see if that works there. We just need to add a 5 to it. Okay. Now we could just do a 3 and a 2, or we could do a 4 and a 1. Since 3 and 2 are the closest, let's do that instead. Alright, and we let the numbers flow. Brilliant. But now we have working on this here for the 33, we actually need to start working. Oop, wrong button. We need to start working on these numbers here. So we need 11, 14, 16, and 15. Well, we could do, is there a 5 available? Ooh, doesn't look like a 5 available yet. But there will be once this is filled, so brilliant. So once we get access to extraction 5, then we will work on the... Oop, I pushed the wrong button again. Start working on our upgrade numbers. And here we are, very close to 300. I think I'm going to call the video here, and in the next video we'll start working on our upgrade numbers here. For those who are watching, I thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I love your faces, and I will see you next video. Good night.